There are lots of different ways to find solutions in a quadratic. And although I find students usually pick a favorite and lean on that, it's very important to understand and be able to do all of them. This will make you a better problem solver. So let me show you the different ways of doing it. Let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at different methods for finding solutions to this quadratic. So the first one is factoring. So if we're going to factor this, let's have minus x squared plus 5x. We'll bring it a 6 over, make it negative, set it equal to 0. So we're finding the zeros. Okay, so just like on one of our previous videos, what we can first do is find a greatest common factor. Now first, it doesn't appear to be 1, but it looks like a complex trinomial with that negative there. But we can make it simple just by pulling out a negative. So if I do that, we have x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. And now, simple trinomial, tell me two numbers that will multiply to give you positive 6 and add to give you negative 5. Since they add to give you a negative, let's make both of these numbers negative. So we'll have, let's try x minus 3 and x minus 2. So that works. Negative 3 and negative 2 give you positive 6, and they add to give you negative 5. So for this to be true, in our first bracket, x can be equal to 3, right? Because 3 minus 3 would be 0. And in our second bracket, x can be equal to 2, because 2 minus 2 would be 0. So those are two solutions. The next thing is we can use the quadratic formula, where if we have standard form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we can solve for x as it would be equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now that square root itself is also very important. It's called the discriminant. And we can determine if there's even going to be any solutions at all just by looking at the discriminant. So let's just look at that separately for a minute. Let me do this on this side here. We'll just look at the square root. So if we were to do the square root, so a is going to equal negative 1, b will equal 5, and c, when we bring it over, will be equal to negative 6 when we write it in this form right here. All right, so b squared, so 5 squared is 25, minus 4 times a, which is negative 1, times c, which is negative 6. So that is going to equal, so negative, triple negative, so we've got 25 minus 6 times 4, which is 24, so that's just 1. So we get the square root of 1, which is just equal to 1. Sorry, that was my owl. Hello, Pandora. So what does this tell us? Well, if this is going to be greater than 0, so if the discriminant, let me do this over here. So if the square root of b squared minus 4ac is going to be greater than 0, then we have two solutions. If it's equal to 0, we have one solution, and if it's less than 0, no solution. Okay, so two solutions, one solution, no solution. So clearly, even though we don't know what the solutions are yet, because this is equal to 1, we know there must be two solutions. So we can go ahead and solve for those. So we have minus b, which is minus 5, plus or minus, we know that discriminant is 1, all over 2 times a, and a is negative 1. All right, so that's minus 5. Let's try plus. So minus 5 plus 1 would give us minus 4 divided by minus 2. Well, that's 2, so x can equal 2. Or if we did the negative solution, minus 5 minus 1 is negative 6 divided by negative 2 is 3. So there's our two solutions using the quadratic formula. Next, I'm going to show you how to complete the square. This is another option. Let's start with standard form. We have minus x squared plus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. So first, I want to make this a simple trinomial. So let's factor out whatever this a coefficient is. So minus 1. We're just going to do that for the first two terms. So that's going to give us x squared minus 5x. We're going to leave that 6 over there. Okay, so now what we have to do is take that negative 5, divide it by 2, so we get 5 over 2, and then square it. So that gives us 25 over 4. It's not a nice number, but work with me here. So we have minus 1 equals x squared minus 5x. Now we're going to add 25 over 4, and we're going to subtract 25 over 4. And then we still have this minus 6 here. All right, so right here we have a perfect square. I can rewrite that as x minus 5 over 2 squared. Because if you think about it, 5 over 2 times 5 over 2 gives us 25 over 4. But if we add them together, we get negative 5. So it works perfectly. And then this negative 25 over 4, if we pull it out of the bracket, we have to multiply or distribute the negative 1, so it becomes plus 25 over 4 minus 6 is equal to 0. All right, so now let's solve this. So 25 over 4 minus 6 is actually equal to 1/4. So we have minus 1 times x minus 5/2 plus 1/4 equals 0. So we're going to move 1/4 to the other side of the equation. Let me continue this up here. So we have negative 1 x minus 5 over 2, I forgot the squared, is equal to negative 1/4. If we divide both sides or multiply both sides by negative 1, we can get rid of that negative on both sides of the equations. So it just equals 1/4. Then square root both sides. So we're going to square root this side and square root this side. This is going to become plus or minus. So now we have x minus 5 over 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 over 4. That is plus or minus 1/2. So now when we solve for x, we bring the 5/2 over, we get 5/2 plus or minus 1/2. So if we add 1/2, we get 6 over 2, so that's x equals 3. And if we subtract 1/2, we get 4 over 2, so that's x equals 2. And finally, our last example would be graphing. If we were to graph this quadratic, this is what we get. And all we have to do is the solutions to it are the zeros right here and right here, where x equals 2 and x equals 3. I hope that video helped. If you have any questions, let me know. And also, for a limited time, if you're going to be taking grade 12U physics, you can download my entire course pack for free in the description. Thanks for watching.